All right, what's up, guys? All right, so wow, this was a job and a half. This detail job was even more of a detail job than the RAV4 that I did not too long ago. That was a big job. This one was a huge job because this one needed a lot of work. It was nasty. Let me put it this way: under the engine bay, um, it had rat droppings or mice droppings on on top of the strut towers, especially on the passenger side. It had mice droppings, and they were still fresh. They were not even old and hard. They were still moist and soft, like they just were recently placed there by a mouse, because this customer lives out in the country, so out in the field. So that's you know their habitat. So unfortunately, I let the customer know we're gonna have to set mice traps underneath the engine bay, underneath the engine in the front. So hopefully, the mice won't get into the engine bay and start chewing up expensive wires that are hundreds and thousands of dollars. You don't want that. Luckily, there's no damage whatsoever electrically to the car, to the engine, and all the electrical components, the tranny, etc., and so on. But I had to clean it up. That took even longer than normal because I had to clean up all those mice droppings. But as you can see, the exterior is fully detailed. The engine bay, the door jambs, the fender wells, the entire exterior. I gave it 3 coats of Carnauba polymer synthetic wax. Rims and tires. The tires are dressed up, but I use a special dressing on the tires that actually repels dust and dirt. It does not magnetize it. So it cleans it and it shines it, but not really a shine. It's actually done, but it doesn't look like it is because it's not a shine. It's a sheen, like a Charlie Sheen. It's a sheen. It's clean, but not shiny. It's like a slight, very discreet, subtle shine, but it repels dust and dirt and it just keeps it clean. You know, it's like a natural look. So that's why you can't really tell it's on there. And this one, as you can see, it already dried up, and that's just a natural look to the tire. And the rims are done. Um, the car was, unfortunately, it's been neglected a little bit, and the sun's been getting to it. So the hood and the roof are faded. The wing is faded, except underneath the wing on the trunk lid, or the trunk underneath the wing. It's still, the paint's still good because it's protected. I restored the passenger side headlight, and I restored the driver's side headlight, and I restored the fog lights as well, as you can see there. As you can see there, that gives you a better look, I think. And I got all the bugs out off the headlights, the grill, the bumper, the fog lights, the hood, everything. It had bugs galore on it. Uh, Windshield is clean. The hood is clean. The entire exterior is done. So yeah, it was a big job. I'd say more like a huge job. And I still have to do the interior. I have to knock that out. So this is definitely, I knew this was going to be several hours. So that's okay, because this job right here, even though I realize that I should have charged twice as much than what I'm charging, but even then, this job right here pays me so much more money than what my job would pay me, even if I were to work a 10 or 11-hour shift. I'm still making a lot more money on this one car alone in one day than what my job would pay me in a 10 or 11-hour shift. Forget 8 or 9 hours. I'm talking about 10 or 11 hours. This job right here is not going to take me that long, and I'm still making a lot more money than what I would make, and I mean a lot more, than what I would make at even a 10 or 11-hour shift at work. So that's why I quit my job and I just focused on my business. I fired my boss, like Robert Kiyosaki says. So, you know, she's done. The outside is done. The door jambs are done. The fender wells are done. The rims and tires are done. Um, The engine bay is done. The engine is done. All I got to do is knock out the interior and do the windows in and out. So I'm going to keep going. And unfortunately, even this area right here, as you can see, is faded. It's an O2, and it's just been sitting in the sun for all those years. That's why, unfortunately. So the roof and this side right here on the rear three-quarter panel, pillar, whatever, is a bit faded. The rear wing is faded. The trunk is faded. The clear coat is shot. I mean, it's gone. Even if you were to live out in the country in the dirt, if you were to seal it and wax it, it would help a great deal. At least do that once every season, or worst case scenario, once every 6 months, and that won't happen. But unfortunately, you know, people don't do that, and that's why this happens. But if they were to do that, um, it wouldn't fade. So, but it's not that bad, you know. Considering it's 15 years old, it's actually in excellent condition. And considering that it's always under the sun, out in the country in the dirt, it's actually in excellent condition. So, yeah, just wanted to show you guys how the Lancer came out. And I got to go. I got to continue. I got to knock out that interior. That's still going to take me a few more hours. It's got a nice sunroof, as you guys can see. But the roof, the trunk, the wing need to be repainted. This side is not bad. Well, up there on the roof, it's faded a little bit. The clear coat shot. But this side right here, the rear pillar on the quarter panel on the passenger side is actually good. And I restored the, I buffed out the tail lights so they look nice again. But yeah, that's basically it. But the interior is going to take some work. As you can see, it's not done yet. This job was a big job because the RAV4 that I did not too long ago, at least that one sits in a driveway in town. This one sits out in the country, so that's why it was more work. I haven't even popped the hood. This is the first time I'm popping a hood with you guys since I did it. So I'm gonna see how it came out myself. And if I need to touch it up a little bit again, I will. It came out really nice, actually. I'm very happy with this. Look at that. For what it was, wow. Hold on, let me put the prop stick up here. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with this. Maybe just a little wipe down and a few touches here and there, but it's basically done. For what it was, man, what a difference. Like 99%, so much better. 99% out of 100. I mean, it had mice droppings on a strut tower on a driver's side, especially over here on the passenger side. And they were fresh. They were not old. Not like old and hard. They were still soft and moist. I try to get them out with a certain tool that I have, and you could tell that they were still, you know, recent. So, but yeah, look at that. What a difference. That is nice. So, I probably won't be able to show you guys the interior when it's done. I won't have time to make that video, but it's nasty. You guys seen it, how it, you know, how it is, and when I'm done, it'll be a big difference. It'll be like night and day. It'll be nice and clean and spot-free stainless and fragrant. So, but yeah, just wanted to show you guys that, share this with you guys. But yeah, the entire engine bay and engine is done. The entire exterior is done. The door jambs are done. The fender wells are done. The rims and tires are done. Everything, the entire exterior, engine, and engine bay are done. So all I got to do is focus on the interior now and on the windows in and out, especially on the inside because the outside's already done actually. But that's it. So the Mitsu's coming along. I still have about a few more hours to go. So this ended up being even more than I thought that it would take me, but it certainly is not a couple of hours. But even worst case scenario, even if it takes me all day, and I'm talking about like maybe 5 to 8 hours to get it done, it still pays a heck of a lot more than even working my job at 11-hour shift. In just 8 hours, I make so much more money than 11 hours at work. So there you go. And this is like worst case scenario because it needed a lot of TLC. So normally, in 8, 9, 10 hours, I can get 2 cars done or more, but that's okay. Um, this customer is going to bring me a lot more business, so it's an investment to make a lot more money. That's the way you got to look at it as a capitalist, and that's all that matters. All right, you guys, I got to go. I'll see you guys later. Late.